Allow me to cascade you to Canada right now, because we're in the garden. We can see the compendiums of grass, of the plants everywhere. Everywhere is green. Nigeria is green. That's why we have our flag with the green, white, green. Yeah, let's make the whole world green. Thank you.
Hello everyone, what is happening? It's your favorite plant body Khalid, and I'm here at the popular Yat Garden here in Jos City. Anyway, Yat Garden is the first and oldest plant garden here in Jos Plateau State, and if you watched my previous episode, you would understand where this particular episode is going and where this episode is coming from. But anyhow, if it's your first time here, my name is Khalid. Like I said, I welcome you to the channel. Please do well to like this video, drop a comment to let me know what you think, and of course, please do well to subscribe to the channel. This garden is the first garden in Jos Plateau State. It was opened about 35 years ago, but at the start, the garden was not always this big or even located here. Many years down the line, it has since found a permanent residence here with lots of endemic and rare plants for business. So guys, this is Blessing. Blessing is one of the plant enthusiasts and professionals, expert, right? Who work here at Yat Garden. I know it's a busy Saturday, I know you are busy. So you're just quickly going to take me around, show me some of the plants that you have. Maybe show me like the most affordable ones and the most expensive one, and just basically show me what people want to see about this garden. So if they come here, they know like this is what they can find.
All right.
So let's take a walk.
All right. Here is Calancho. It's a very colorful plant and a very beautiful one. It do bring out flowers during dry season. When the rain started, the flowers all goes away, but it's very beautiful and it makes the place very colorful during this time. Then we have some things like this. This is ajuga. This is like a ground cover. It brings out tiny purple flowers. It fools the ground, and then sometimes if you put it on the pot, it falls out. Very beautiful and lovely. It's affordable too.
Maybe I'll get one of those. You know, I was asking you something that I can hang or something.
No problem, you can get it. It's
right,
affordable.
cool.
Then we have this one too. This is called coleus, the yellow one. Not the normal coleus that people know, but it's in the family of the coleus too. It fools the pot. When it's in the pot, it fools the pot, and when it's full, it looks very beautiful. And one thing I like about it is that it grows faster and it's affordable. Then we have this is citronella. It's like a mosquito repellent. It's actually a mosquito repellent. It works perfectly well. If you plant it in a pot, maybe you put it at your entrance, it do pursue them away whenever.
I am definitely getting some of those. I hope it works. It works, right?
It works.
Oh, great. I'm definitely, in fact, let me put one outside so I'll not forget.
All right, it works very well.
Okay.
Yeah. Then this is a normal plant that everybody knows about. Even though not all people that knows the work of it, but it's a very good indoor plant and it can withstand the drought. You can keep it inside for more than a month and it won't die. It can stay up to that. It's an indoor plant. It purifies our air and a very good insight.
Okay.
Yes.
So quick question, you seem to be very knowledgeable about all of this plant. Did you have a background in plants or anything, or you just learned by working here in the garden?
I just learned by working in the garden.
Fantastic, you're doing a great job.
This is a bromelet. It brings out flowers twice in a year. And it's actually this plant don't like sun. When it's on the sun, it don't used to look, it looks somehow. But when it gets shade, it looks very beautiful.
So I noticed that you guys have like all kinds of plants, from the common plants, affordable plants, to even rare plants like people like us are looking to get. So can you show me a little closer to your like rare plants, you know, that are obviously on the high side when it comes to price?
All right. This is a palo palm. It's a rare plant. Even it's not common, it's expensive, and it does very well inside. So it's not something that you can just go to any garden and then you just see it there. It's a rare plant.
Yeah.
Then we have bed nest fen. It's not all people that know about bed nest fen. It's a very good indoor plant. It does at the corridor, not quite inside.
Yeah.
It's a very rare plant.
Yeah.
Some people, if you call this name, you enter a garden and you call this name, some people might even tell you they don't know anything about
absolutely.
it.
I agree.
So it's a rare plant too.
Yeah.
We have a tree fern. Tree fern too is a very rare plant. It doesn't, is for the corridor or maybe an entrance of a house, or it does in the shade, doesn't like sun.
Yeah.
And it grows like a tree. Sorry, we have the big one, but I saw you could have seen how.
No, that I absolutely understand. They make good anchor plants, so I absolutely agree with you on that.
Yes, sir. So that's it for that.
And
one.
I can see this. It's what's it called?
Calathea.
It's a caladium.
Caladium.
Kind of caladium.
Yes, sir. This too is a very rare plant.
Yeah,
Caladium.
no, absolutely.
Some people call it arrowheads. But to call the caladium, sometimes they don't know it's caladium.
Okay.
So because it looks
like arrow,
like the arrow,
okay.
So they just call it like that. But the name is caladium.
So we just localize the name for how it works for us.
Yes, yes, sir.
And I see you guys have some huge philodendron collections here. Gloriosum,
yes.
the Tomatophyllum.
Yes. This a philo, a walkway plant, or maybe if you have maybe like people that have big palo and they want to occupy a particular space, they can get this and just fix it there.
That's what I call like a statement piece.
Yes.
Nobody can miss it when they come into the room and see the plant.
Yes. So it's a very good indoor plant too.
Absolutely.
Even though it does outside sometimes. Depend on the location you're putting it. Then we have a Lukwala palm too.
Okay.
Yes. It's more like a rubber plant when by the looks, but it's actually a live plant.
Yeah.
Even if the touches, it feels like a
artificial.
Rubber. Yes. But it's a real plant. At the shade, a veranda or a walkway too.
Okay.
It does very well.
I wanted to ask you, what do you guys particularly do for soil? How do you make your soil? Because I mean, that's something you must consider when you're trying to keep your plants alive. Is there a particular thing you guys do?
We don't do anything on our soil. The only thing we do on it is just to add a manure on it. Okay. And then when we do the planting, you watch what you plant. Even though there are some particular plant that you can't plant them with a soil, like all these succulents.
Yeah, of course.
We now use a cocoa pit for them because we have. So you plant them, and cocoa pit, one good thing about it, it retains water. So when you water it once, you can't, in case you forget to water the plant for a while, it doesn't matter. But for sand, it easily dry off when you don't water it, and it affects the plant. So when you're doing planting with a pure sand, you mix it with a cow dung to plant. That's the only thing we do on it.
All right, great. And it seems to be working out well for you guys.
Very well.
So another thing I was looking to ask is that, so I know there are different classes of customers that come here, but which one do you guys seem to get often? Is it people coming for like the more common plants? Is it like the real estate people coming for palms to put in their estates? Or do you also get maybe people like me who are looking for like more indoor rare, kind of like, rare plants and things like that?
All right.
Or a balance of both?
What I noticed mostly, like the past year that just passed, people mostly come to look for an indoor plant. It's like people are more into the indoor plant more than the outside.
Yeah.
People will come and tell you they want something to put inside. So I think people are getting into plants more often like before.
Yeah.
Before, when you tell them it's an indoor plant, they think, how can I keep this in a room and I'll be watering it, I'll be watering? But this is what people do most. They come for an indoor plant mostly this time. Most
people even started getting into plant during the COVID-19. So you're actually spot on that. It's not just Nigeria, it's worldwide. A lot of people are now getting into plant. They need something to care for, something to keep them busy.
Yes.
So I think it's happening here for you guys too as well.
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. So while we are taking a tour of the plant, because I've been to Mommy's personal collection, I thought our personal collection today. If you guys don't know, that's the first episode of really these whole videos I'm making. So that's the one you should really go and watch before you watch this one. I know it happens that she doesn't bring all of the plants here at once. Maybe if it's in demand or someone asks for it, then she cannot bring it. So this is more like the standard, what people usually want to get in the market, right? So maybe it's kind of like a safety precaution as well. Don't bring everything here at once.
No, we don't bring everything here because of security. And one thing is that Mommy do get her plant mostly from UK. So she don't want to bring them until she propagates and make sure she sells some of them before she starts. You know, to transport plant from is not an easy thing.
By the way, roses were the first plants that were first sold at this garden. And again, if you watch the previous episode, then you would understand why that is so. But basically, roses were the first plants that the owner of this garden started collecting. Speaking about roses and why you can find so many of them here in Jos, I mean, not just roses, many other flowering plants as well. So Jos has a long colonial history. I was just talking with the Mrs. Yat, let's just call her Mrs. Yat since that's the name of the garden. So I was just speaking with her and she mentioned that yes, that had an influence on the kind of plants, varieties of plant that you can find here in Jos. So as a matter of fact, there was even an horticultural society that was run by missionaries, you know, the first guys who were here in Jos doing their stuff, and with them came along so many plants that have now been propagated over the years, and you practically can just, you know, find it here in Nigeria. You can see this set of plants basically that this dude is working on right now actually headed for Lagos. So again, for most of you guys in Lagos, some of the plants that you see there actually come from as far as Jos. So while I'm still touring the garden, I'm still getting, you know, bits and pieces of information. There are so many customers, so I don't want to disturb them too much. But anyway, she just mentioned again to me when I asked her if she had any background in plants. And like many of us, like many of you, I do have a bit of background, but like many of us usually, she doesn't have the background in plants at all. She was actually a nurse, a practicing nurse when she started the whole plant thing. And many years down the line, she's built a thriving collection for herself and also a thriving business, which is just incredible. Here in this garden, you also find a decent collection of terracotta pots and wares, but I was made to understand that most of these terracotta pots actually come from Kaduna State. As some of you may know or don't already know, Kaduna State has a thriving, you know, culture of terracotta because the knock art, I think, actually in Kaduna anyway. You guys can read up on that. But other than that, it's good to learn about these things. You know, you have the plants here in Jos and you have the terracotta pots coming from Kaduna. So I mean, it's good to learn about these things and understand that Nigeria is a melting pot of art, craft, plants, you know, everything just coming together. And it actually makes, you know, sense.
To secure a building, and last line. Exactly.
Like I said, it's a busy Saturday, blessing her to run back to business. Even I myself, I am pretty spent, but I think so far you guys get the picture already. So if you're ever in Jos and you're looking for a plant garden, you know, to check out plants, you know, just come to CBN here in Jos and ask of Yat Garden. It's pretty straightforward. And if you want to personally connect to the folks here, you can talk to me personally. I think I'm now a stakeholder here. But anyhow, thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Plant Body Vlogs. I should be heading out of Jos tomorrow. I got some plants myself. It's going to be a packed car full of plants actually. But yeah, thank you guys again for watching this video. I had fun making them. And again, please do want to subscribe, drop a comment, let me know your thoughts. And of course, I'll catch you guys in the next city for the next episode. Bye bye.